Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Roberto Diaz in Orlando. Roberto, you're here this week. Just tell me a bit about your guy this week and what we believe we can see from Pablo Cano.
You know, Pablo's he's a young man that's a veteran in the sport. Turned pro at 15, took a fight against the great Eric Morales on 10-day notice. He's fought Shane Mosley, he's fought Paulie Malignaggi, he's fought Jorge Linares. He's fought the who's who. We know what he has in front of him. An undefeated, #1 in the world, tremendous amateur, welterweight. But Pablo comes with experience, Pablo comes with power, and Pablo comes with hunger. It's the fights where he's been written off that he's actually won and looked good again. So we're hoping for one more of those great performances.
Could this be the 2.0 Pablo Cano? Could this be the recoming of Pablo Cano? A massive win against someone like Andy? Like, is this a possibility this week?
Absolutely. And when you have a punch like Cano does, I mean, Eric Morales, Paulie, and Shane Mosley all said this guy is one of the hardest punchers I ever faced. It always neutralizes everything else because he could be losing 8 or 9 rounds and one punch could turn it around. He knows what this fight means for his career, for his family, the importance of winning, and what it does for him financially.
And what would it be next for him if he does come through this?
Well, it's a world title eliminator with the BA, so he would be the mandatory, and that puts him in a great position. Whether it be the regular champion or the super champion, at that point, it's whoever the WBA orders, he'll be ready for it.
What do you believe that Shakram Gayasov does that Pablo Cano does better?
Shakram does a lot very well. He has a great team behind him, has a lot of movement speed, somewhat awkward. But what Pablo has that you can't buy, that's experience. He's been there, done that.
I want to get your thoughts on a couple of things outside of this fight week. Well, first of all, let's talk about Berlanga against a fellow Irishman in Paddy McCrory this week. How do you think that one goes?
You know, he fought an Irishman last time with my guy, Jason Quigley. He's fighting another Irish. The fighting Irish always come to fight. Obviously, it's a good rivalry that's starting to happen between Puerto Rico and Ireland. I think tonight he's learned from his last few fights. Tomorrow night, that is, I think we're going to see a knockout.
For Berlanga or for McCrory?
In favor of Berlanga.
In terms of McCrory, the Irish fans would love to see him and Jason Quigley get it on. Do you believe that that's a possibility down the line?
You know, Jason hasn't officially said, I'm done, I'm retired. There's always that little itch in a fighter. Depending on the outcome of this one, that's a hometown civil war and a hometown fight that I think everybody would eat up. And obviously, it's up to both sides, but I would love it. I'd be there. Maybe
on the likes of a Katie Taylor undercard in Dublin. I mean, that would get the fans riled up for it.
On that third one, if they can do it, absolutely. That would be no better card to be able to participate.
I spoke to Eddie Hearn yesterday about Canelo. There's this whole media storm saying that Canelo's possibly leaving PBC. Canelo's being quite coy on his next move. They don't know who he's going to face next. Eddie threw Berlanga's name in the hat if he comes through this test tomorrow. Do you believe that fight could be next for Canelo?
I think that fight can happen down the road. Mexico-Puerto Rico has always been one of the best rivalries in boxing. Berlanga needs to keep piling on those wins, look impressive. I think that's something that motivates him, knowing that that's a possibility. But first, he has to perform tomorrow night.
If not Berlanga, and obviously the names that we've seen, who do you believe that Canelo may face in May?
One thing that is for sure, he will surprise everybody. I think we're very close to an announcement. I mean, May's not that far away. We're almost in March. I think we'll be hearing soon. And people are going to be surprised because, you know, a lot of times he's ducking. Canelo's never ducked anyone, and he's not going to start now.
Last one from me. I know you're a busy man, but your former employer's Golden Boy have a big fight announcement, obviously, in New York now, between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. How do you believe that fight goes, and do you believe that this is a new age for boxing in the US with these big fights being made?
Absolutely, it's a new age. I'm excited as a fan. I'm excited as somebody that worked with Ryan. I'm excited for somebody that's gone against Devin. It's a fight that's naturally, I love where it's turning, where the young fighters now are starting to willing and daring and taking on these challenges. It's great for boxing. They know each other very well. They split 3 apiece. it's now that it was. I'm glad it's happening now and not later. It's a very tough fight. It's a very tough fight. They know each other well. Devin Haney continues to surprise people, and Ryan is hungry. He needs that win. You know, coming off the Davis fight, he wanted the fight. It's happening. This is one that you sit back, grab the popcorn, grab a beer, and sit back and a Guinness at that, and enjoy it.
Well, Roberto, it's always a pleasure on IFL TV. Hopefully we're speaking to you tomorrow with a victorious Pablo Cano. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, and all the best to all my Irish friends out there.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.